Welcome. My name is Kathy. Thank you for your interest in CanExplorer's Wonders of Western Canada tour. I'm going to start this presentation by sharing a video that my daughter created. It's a promotional video for the tour. It's about just 30 seconds or so. So I'll start with that and then I'll go on to my PowerPoint presentation.
Wonders of Western Canada. Visit towering mountains, crystal clear lakes, and scenic vistas. Enjoy the rugged beauty of the Rockies with their turquoise lakes, crystalline glaciers, skyscraping mountains, and cascading waterfalls. Explore this breathtaking part of Canada with CanExplore and create unforgettable memories that will last a lifetime. Book by February 1st and receive $150 off per person. Wonders of
Okay, so I'm going to go on and share my PowerPoint presentation now. So just give me a minute. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you a little bit about who I am. My name is Kathy. I am the owner of CanExplore. I am a tour operator based in Durham region. We specialize in small group tours. So in addition to this tour to Western Canada, I also offer tours to Newfoundland, Agua Canyon, and Sudbury. I'm doing a cruise tour in February of 2026, and I also offer day tours. And we will be adding other destinations in the future. So today I'm going to share information with you about Western Canada, a stunning part of our country. You're going to see the rugged beauty of the Rockies, including glaciers, waterfalls, and turquoise lakes. You'll also see some of the sites in Calgary, Whistler, Victoria, and Vancouver. So the tour dates for this tour are September 5th to the 16th, 2025. So it's a 12-day tour. And what I'm going to be doing is taking you through the day-to-day itinerary of this tour. So on day one, we will be flying from Toronto Pearson to Calgary, which is about a 4.5-hour flight. And we'll start by visiting Heritage Park Historical Village. This is one of Canada's largest living history museums, and it's one of the most visited tourist attractions in Calgary. It has exhibits that span Western Canada history from the 1860s to the 1950s, and we'll also be having a welcome lunch here. After lunch, we will visit Calgary Tower. It was built in 1967 at a cost of $3.5 million. There is a partial glass floor on the observation deck, and you'll have a spectacular 360-degree view of the city and the Rocky Mountains at the top. Then we'll check into our hotel, the Westin, and your evening will be free to spend as you wish. Day two, after breakfast, we're going to head to Banff, which is about an hour and a half from Calgary. On the way, we're going to stop at Winsport Olympic Park. I don't have a slide for this, but there you're going to see the ski jump and the bobsled track used in the 1988 Winter Olympics in Calgary. Our first stop in Banff will be the Banff Hoodoos. These are tower-like natural formations caused by the softer rock around them eroding away over time. Next, we'll head to Surprise Corner Viewpoint, where you'll get a view of the Banff Springs Hotel from above. The hotel opened in 1888, and there are 757 guest rooms and 12 restaurants. Then we'll visit Bow Falls, which is quite close to Banff Springs Hotel. And an interesting fact, in 1953, Marilyn Monroe's film River of No Return featured these falls. You'll also have a ride to the top of Sulphur Mountain in Banff on a gondola, and you'll enjoy amazing views of 6 mountain ranges. At the top, there is a boardwalk, a theater, an observation deck, interactive exhibits, and several restaurants where you'll be able to have lunch. Afterwards, we will drive by Lake Minnewanka. It's a man-made lake, and we're going to be looking for some bighorn sheep there. And then we head to our hotel in Banff, which will be the Banff Aspen Lodge. Day 3, we're going to leave early after breakfast and head to Johnston Canyon to do a popular 1.1 kilometer hike along the canyon to the lower falls and a short tunnel which you can go into to see behind the falls. Then we'll head to Lake Louise, which is about 30 minutes from Johnston Canyon, and you'll witness the stunning glacier-fed turquoise waters and the soaring peaks encircling the lake. You'll have a picnic lunch there, which is included. There is a short 2.1 kilometer hike halfway around the lake with great views and benches. However, if you don't want to do that hike, you might want to look inside the Chateau Lake Louise and perhaps go and get a coffee at one of their restaurants. This hotel is a luxury hotel built by Canada Pacific Railway. It has 539 guest rooms and 7 dining options. If there's time, we'll head to Emerald Lake, which is about 30 minutes from Banff. This is not actually on the itinerary, but I really would like to take you here. It's a beautiful lake. It's in Yoho National Park in British Columbia. The vivid green color is caused by powdered rock from the glaciers, which reflects the blue-green spectrum of sunlight. And then nearby, close to Emerald Lake, is this natural bridge. It spans the rushing waters of Kicking Horse River, and I'd like to stop there too. We'll visit Moraine Lake, which is about 50 minutes from Emerald Lake. It is a glacially fed lake, which is a beautiful shade of blue and is surrounded by 10 peaks. And then after our visit to Moraine Lake, we'll head back to Banff for the evening. It's about an hour back from Moraine Lake to Banff. On day 4, we're going to travel along the world-famous Icelands Parkway with several stops along the way. Our first stop will be at Bow Lake, which is about an hour and 5 minutes from Banff. It is a small lake with meltwater from the Bow Glacier, and on a calm day, you can see the reflection of the surrounding mountains in the lake. It's absolutely stunning. Next, we'll go to Peyto Lake. It's only 10 minutes from Bow Lake. It is one of the most beautiful lakes in the Canadian Rockies, and it is one of the most photographed lakes in the Rockies. Next, we'll stop at Columbia Icefields Center to have lunch on your own, and then we'll have a chance to take some pictures of the Athabasca Glacier. It is the most visited glacier in North America. It is 6 kilometers long and 90 to 300 meters thick. Afterwards, you'll get to experience the awe-inspiring Glacier Skywalk. The main feature is a suspended glass-floored observation platform that provides 360-degree views from 280 meters above the Samwapta Valley. As we continue on our way to Jasper, we're going to stop at Samwapta Falls. There are a pair of waterfalls there, and you'll see the upper falls. The water actually originates from the Athabasca Glacier. Then we'll stop at Athabasca Falls. It's known for its force due to the large quantity of water falling into the gorge. Then we'll arrive in Jasper, where we'll stay for 2 nights at Lobstick Lodge, and we'll have a group dinner in the evening, and that's included. On day 5, we're going to travel from Jasper to Maligne Lake. It's about an hour away from Jasper for a 1.5-hour afternoon cruise to the world-famous Spirit Island. Spirit Island is one of the most famous and photographed views of the Canadian Rockies. And then after our cruise, we'll head back to Jasper for the evening. On day 6, we're going to leave Jasper and go to Sun Peaks Resort. On the way, we're going to stop at Mount Robson Visitor Center. It's about an hour from Jasper. And Mount Robson is the highest point in the Canadian Rockies. It's 3,954 meters. On the way to Sun Peaks Resort, we'll stop at Spahats Falls. It is about 60 meters tall. And then we'll arrive after that in Sun Peaks. Sun Peaks is the second largest ski resort in Canada after Whistler. In the summer, you can hike, mountain bike, golf, and horseback ride. We'll be staying at Sun Peaks Grand Hotel and Conference Center. It has an outdoor pool, 3 hot tubs, a fitness center, and Mantles is the restaurant on site. On day 7, we leave Sun Peaks and we head to Whistler. On the way, we're going to stop at Fort Barron's Estate Winery for wine tasting, and then we'll have lunch in Lillooet. And then before arriving in Whistler, we'll have a tour of Squamish Lillooet Cultural Center to learn about the history and culture of the First Nations people of the area. We'll check into our hotel after that in Whistler. It will be the Lisdell Hotel. And then after checking in, you'll be free to explore Whistler, which is a 2010 Winter Olympic site. In the morning of day 8, you'll enjoy a trip on Whistler's peak-to-peak gondola. You'll have 360-degree views of Whistler Village, mountain peaks, lakes, glaciers, and forests as you travel along in the gondola car from Blackcomb Mountains Peak to Whistler Mountains Peak. You'll have the afternoon free to shop in the village or just relax at the hotel, or you can enjoy an optional helicopter ride. You'll see the best of Whistler flying over lakes, glaciers, and volcanic peaks on this 24-minute experience. If the weather is good, you may even get to land on the mountain. On day 9, we will travel from Whistler to Victoria, which will include a ferry ride from Horseshoe Bay, which is near Vancouver, to Nanaimo on Vancouver Island, and then we will continue on to Vancouver. So the actual ferry ride is an hour and 45 minutes. Once we get to, sorry, did I say Vancouver? Victoria. Once we get to Victoria, we'll do a city tour, and our first stop will be Fisherman's Wharf. This unique marine destination offers food kiosks, unique shops, and float homes. You'll also see Victoria's Chinatown and its ornate gate called the Gate of Harmonious Interest. Victoria's Chinatown is the oldest in Canada and the second oldest in North America after San Francisco. You'll see the Fairmont Empress Hotel, which is one of the oldest hotels in Victoria. It opened in 1908 and has 464 guest rooms. You'll see quite a few other things, including Victoria's Parliament buildings, which are home to the Legislative Assembly of British Columbia. Construction began in 1893 and they officially began operation in 1898. You'll see the Royal British Columbia Museum. It is a history museum founded in 1886 and it opened in its current location in 1968. You'll see Thunderbird Park. It's home to many totem poles and other First Nations monuments. And Beacon Hill Park is a popular park with tourists and locals. Mile Zero is found in the park. This is the western terminus of Canada's Trans-Canada Highway. Mile Zero is also where Terry Fox was supposed to end his Marathon of Hope, and there is a statue of him there. We will stay 2 nights in Victoria, close to the waterfront, in Chateau Victoria Hotel and Suites. In the morning on day 10, we will visit Butchart Gardens. It is a 55-acre garden oasis that is world famous, and it is the most beautiful gardens I have ever been to. You'll also be treated to a traditional afternoon tea at Butchart Gardens at the Dining Room Restaurant. This is an award-winning dining experience. In the afternoon on that day, we'll embark on a 3-hour whale watching boat cruise to look for orcas, humpback whales, porpoises, and seals. And then we'll head back to our hotel for the evening. On day 11, we leave Victoria and take the ferry to Vancouver. It's about an hour and 35-minute ferry ride. Our first stop in Vancouver will be for lunch at Granville Market. This is an indoor market featuring colorful food, produce stores, farmers' stalls, restaurants, handcrafted products, and unique gifts. After lunch, we'll do a city tour where you will see Vancouver's Chinatown and the Millennium Gate. We'll also drive through Gastown, which is Vancouver's first neighborhood, where you'll see the famous steam clock, which is one of a few functioning steam clocks in the world. We'll go by the waterfront and see Canada Place and the number of structures resembling sails. The building includes the Convention Center, the Pan Pacific Hotel, a cruise ship terminal, and the Vancouver World Trade Center. We'll also drive around Stanley Park, which is a 1,001-acre public park surrounded by a seawall, which is great for walking and cycling. The most visited tourist attraction in the park are the 9 totem poles, and I would like to stop there with the group. After we finish our city tour, we'll check into our hotel in Vancouver, which is the Vancouver Marriott Pinnacle Downtown Hotel. And then we'll get ready for our farewell dinner, where you'll be able to toast your fellow travel companions. After breakfast, we will travel home with amazing memories of your visit to Western Canada. So this 12-day tour includes many of the most interesting and beautiful places to see in Western Canada. So it includes flights from Toronto to Calgary and from Vancouver to Toronto, 11 nights accommodation, baggage handling, ground transportation on a 56-passenger luxury coach with a washroom, services of a tour director, which will be me, visits to Calgary, Banff, Lake Louise, Jasper, Sun Peaks, Whistler, Victoria, and Vancouver, entrance fees to historic sites and museums listed in the itinerary, a guided tour of Heritage Park in Calgary, a Calgary Tower visit, Banff gondola ride, tickets for the Glacier Skywalk, a boat cruise on Maligne Lake to Spirit Island, wine tasting at a winery in British Columbia, a peak-to-peak gondola ride in Whistler, the whale-watching boat tour in Victoria, entrance fee for Butchart Gardens, afternoon tea at Butchart Gardens, airport transfers from Calgary Airport to the First Hotel, and then from the hotel in Vancouver to Vancouver Airport. So this is a small group. I am taking a maximum of 24 people, and I only run small group tours, and I do that because I feel it offers a better tour experience. They're more fun. You get to know everyone on the trip, and you spend less time waiting at hotels, restaurants, comfort stops, and even getting on and off the coach. There are 16 meals included on this tour. That includes some of the meals, but not all of them. I wanted to give you a chance to try some of the local restaurants, and I can always recommend a good local restaurant. So the land plus air cost is $74.95 per person. That's based on double occupancy, 2 people sharing a room. The airline will be Air Canada. The price includes 1 checked bag each way. There is $100 off per person if you book on or before March 1st, 2025. You are highly encouraged to get trip cancellation and medical insurance. The final booking date and full payment is due June 5th, 2025. So this tour is 50% sold out. I still have some room on it. It's again running from September 5th to the 16th, 2025. You can book at my website, www.canexplore.com/Western Canada, and there's a book now button on that page. There is a $500 non-refundable deposit due upon booking. If you have any questions at all, you can just email me at Kathy@canexplore.com, or you can even give me a call at 289-275-1182. And there's a lot more information about the tour on my website at www.canexplore.com/Western Canada. So I'm just going to get out of this, stop sharing now. And as I mentioned, if you have any questions at all about this tour, please don't hesitate to email me or give me a call. I'd be happy to answer your questions. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for listening.